Hey y'all, it is Giacomo. Good Sunday morning. Go Pirates. Shameless plug. Hey, so how y'all doing? Had a really fun last week. Of course, it's Sukkot, and this is our first Shabbat gathering this past Saturday, yesterday to be exact. And I want to tell you a little story about self-esteem. Now, Kel Surprise, yours truly, all 6'2", 245 of me. Marine, got this great voice. I have a little bit of a self-esteem problem. It's not exactly what you think it is. It's more that the first person who's supposed to, hey Sherbert, to give you your self-esteem, of course, is your father. Now, after my time in the Marine Corps and the martial arts and everything else that I put myself through over the years, if you're not actively doing things like that, you kind of fall into a default. You know, it's very easy to go back to a position of scarcity or fear or I can't do it, especially after a bunch of failures. Now, a lot of you know, if you're kind of new to my channel here, you'll know that I produced a reality series, or pilot that is, called Week with My Father, where I met my dad after being apart from him for 33 years. Where over those years where he should have been and was not available to it, he should have been the one to build my self-esteem for me by giving me his tools that his father gave him. Now, those of you know a lot about generational curses and things that I've learned about my dad as well. His father was present but not available to him. That's a very important consideration when you think about it because, yeah, it's like having a wall made out of Lego blocks. It's a wall, but it's made out of Lego blocks. You may as well not have it a wall at all. Just get a little of a flick, it falls over. So, not being an emotionally strong person to begin with, my dad gave me none of the tools, which is the reason why my mother and father didn't last very long, among other things. I don't want to really talk about that right now. There's more to come. But, so even with that, the Marine Corps should have done a lot more for my self-esteem. It really did in a way that I can fall back to that anytime that I want to, but being encouraged to do so has been a little hard. Now, cut to this weekend, some 30, it's really been 30 years, my God. Some 30 years after I got my discharge from the Marine Corps, I have been made the director of security at our synagogue, which, given the work that I did as a celebrity bodyguard very briefly, as well as driving an armored car in Los Angeles, it fell into a natural position for me to say, hey, this is what I do. I protect people. I'm a large person. I'm very observant. And I like guns. What's not to love? A Jew that likes guns, after all. So this particular weekend, a lead rabbi was not available. I guess it was his father-in-law's 80th birthday, which is amazing. Because he's up in age himself. And, his dad, his father-in-law is still alive at that age. What a fantastic opportunity for him to go and celebrate that life. Now, it means he took the entire family with him, so our associate rabbi was the one leading the service. Now, we don't have a cantor, as Joe, our rabbi, does all the work himself. It gets around to the Aaronic Blessing. Now, I don't know if you know the Aaronic Blessing at all. It is very typical in Messianic and in Jewish houses of worship to recite the Aaronic Blessing that Aharon, the priest, gave to the people when dismissing them from a gathering. And it basically goes, may the Lord bless you and keep you, make his face shine upon you and be gracious to you. May he lift his face upon you and establish peace unto you. Sound a little bit different, of course, and Joe usually does all the reading and the actual chant. Again, he was not available. So, one of the assistant teachers on the leadership council said, well, Giacomo, why don't you do the Aaronic Blessing? You've got this huge, beautiful tallit. You've got this great voice. Why don't you do it? And instead of falling back to that position of weakness, so I can't do it, I don't have it memorized, I went, you know what? I'm on this. So I covered myself in my tallit, and we don't actually do the sheen, which is this symbol here. It looks a little weird. If you're not really used to it, it kind of looks like the Illuminati symbol, so I don't choose to do it. I may in the future, I have no idea, but I'm not the high priest, so it's not really my responsibility to do so. But I sure enough put my tallit over my head, and I faced the appropriate way, and I led our congregation in the chant. It sounded like this. Yevarechecha Yahweh ve'ishmerecha. Ya'er Yahweh panav elecha vihunecha. Yisa Yahweh panav elecha vayasem lecha shalom. What do you think? Apologies to my brothers and sisters in the mainstream Jewish community. We do use a divine name when we chant, although we do have mainstream Jewish visitors to our synagogue every now and then. And we do respect and use Adonai when it comes to that chant. For the most part, we don't, so we do say Yahweh. But it really made me feel good to know that someone trusted me, the voice that Yahweh has given me, and my abilities to lead people to do something righteous and to go with God, literally. Anyway, much more content to come. Hope you enjoyed it, and shalom, I love you.